You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football and Turkish Super League podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Welcome to a brand new edition of this week's podcast. Next 15 minutes, we'll talk about what happened in the week 3. We'll preview week 4. But first, let's talk about the pro teams that will represent Turkey in the European competition. Starting with Galatasaray on Tuesday. They are in the Champions League. After a long time, Galatasaray will be in the Champions League in the Group A. And after winning against Moldo team and Icardi. Icardi has been carrying Galatasaray this season too. And just like he did in the past season. That's one of the reasons why they won the championship along with Gomez in the first half of the season. You know, you heard me saying that a lot of times. But right now, Galatasaray will be in the Group A along with Manchester United. And you have teams from, I believe, Germany, Bayern Munich, and Copenhagen, and Galatasaray will be in the Group A. That is the good news. That news came on Tuesday. On today, Thursday, 3 of the Turkish teams were playing their second leg matches. And Fenerbahce was playing in Holland, Dutchland, against Twente. They won that match over there too. As you know, the first match, Fenerbahce killed them in Istanbul. So Fenerbahce through going into group stages in the Europa Conference League. And Besiktas at home today with fantastic goal by Abu Bakar and 1-0. And they are into Europa Conference group. They will be in the pot 1. Fenerbahce will be in the pot 3. The draw will be happening on Friday. It's most likely we'll give you that in the next podcast we'll talk about their group also. Sad to say, Adana Demirspor, even though they won today, 1-0, because the first match in the first leg match, in a away match, they lost the match 2-1, and the game went to overtime, and nothing happened in the overtime, and then penalty kicks. It was not good for Adana Demirspor. They were eliminated. So even though it's a huge success for Adana Demirspor to be in first time in the European competition, we thank them. Overall, I think the Turkish teams did a fantastic job so far, and I believe Besiktas had won 6 matches, Fenerbahce won 6 matches, and Galatasaray had 5 matches, and then Adana Demirspor won 3 matches. With that, it brought Turkey's points in the standings in Europa competitions to 9th place right now. They're holding in 9th place, but I think Adana Demirspor losing the spot in the Europa Conference League, might hurt. They might go down to 10th place, but right now Turkey is in 9th place in the standings. So that's a huge news. Good news. I think next year, as I told you in my last podcast, Turkiye will be represented with 2 teams in the Champions League next season, and that will be a very plus side for first place and second place. I believe the second place team will play playoff matches going into the Champions League. But that's a far away. Let's talk about the most important thing is you have 3 good teams is going to be representative of Turkey in the European competition. The Galatasaray will be in the Champions League, and that is huge. Icardi. Galatasaray still is looking for some transfers to the team. New transfers not gelled yet with the team. And also this week, I don't know what's going on with Galatasaray, but they are losing their Turkish players. Yunus Akgün went to Leicester City, and just today Berkan Kutlu went to Genoa to Italy. So some things are not happening, really good happening with the Turkish players in Galatasaray team. Kerem Aktürkoğlu is not happy. What I hear, that is the gossip is going around. So it is very tough right now, Galatasaray, to gel with these newcomers that has not played yet. But we could tell you one thing. In that group, Group A, along with Manchester United, Bayern Munich, and Copenhagen, I think Icardi is the best striker in that division. Could they get out of that group? Galatasaray has a chance. Galatasaray has a very good chance. But it's all up to Okan Buruk to form a good gel team against these teams, because you cannot take lightly Bayern Munich and Manchester United. Even though Manchester United, that we know, they're not the ones that we know like a couple years ago. They're hurting because of financial situation, what's going on with Manchester United. Copenhagen, even though Galatasaray fans might think that they might beat Copenhagen, but looking at their roster, they have very talented players, young players, also very physical players. So Galatasaray always have a problem against the physical teams. So we'll see what happens with that. Good luck to Galatasaray and Besiktas and Fenerbahce in the European competition. At least 4 out of 3 is not bad for Turkey to be represented in the European competition. All right, that was things that happened on Tuesday and Thursday. And like I said, Friday, tomorrow, we'll find out where Fenerbahce and Besiktas will be in the groups in the Europa Conference League. In the week 3, this past weekend, as you know, Besiktas, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, and Adana Demirspor did not play, and we had very short week as far as week 3. And the biggest news come out of the week 3, there was only 16 goals scored, a lot of draw matches, and the one-time defending champions, Trabzonspor, lost to Rizespor in their home turf in Trabzon 3-2, and things in Trabzon does not look good. On Friday, Konyaspor at home beat Gaziantep 2-0, and Saturday's Trabzonspor, as I said, lost to Rizespor 3-2. Kasımpaşa at home tied with Pendik 1-1. Sivasspor Antalya was also a draw 1-1. On Sunday, Kayserispor beat Samsunspor 2-1. Fatih Karagümrük, Ankaragücü tied also 1-1. Another tied match 0-0. Alanya Hatayspor was match. That was the tie match. With those week matches, week 3 came to the end. As you know, İstanbulspor Galatasaray match, Fenerbahçe Başakşehir match, and Adana Demirspor Besiktas match was postponed. We don't know the dates yet, but still, after week 3, Fenerbahçe sits on top with 6 points, second place team. Actually, there are at least 6 teams with 4 points. Hatayspor, Sivasspor, Alanyaspor, Galatasaray, Adana Demirspor, and Kasımpaşa has 4 points. And 3 points teams are 9th place Fatih Karagümrük and 10th place Trabzonspor with 3 points. And looking at the Başakşehir and Gaziantep, those are the 2 teams that does not have any points yet. So at the end of week 3, as I said, Fenerbahçe is on top. Week 4 will start on tomorrow. On Friday, there will be 2 matches. Rizespor will host Fatih Karagümrük, and Kasımpaşa will be hosting Trabzonspor. Very important match for Trabzonspor. Saturday, important match in Gaziantep. Gaziantep does not have any points so far, and they will host Galatasaray in Gaziantep. Actually, this match should be playing in Mersin. Gaziantep Stadium is not still ready for after the earthquake. Başakşehir will be at home against Konyaspor. Başakşehir is another team that has not have any point yet. And Pendik will be at home against Alanya, and Antalya will host Kayseri. On Sunday, Besiktas will be at home against Sivasspor. Samsunspor will host Istanbulspor. Hatayspor will be at home against Adana Demirspor and Ankaragücü. This match, I think it will be on Sunday. The last match will host Fenerbahce, the top team in the Turkish Super League after week 3. Fenerbahce will be traveling to Ankara to face Ankaragücü. Now, it is very crucial right now because after week 4, if Galatasaray and Besiktas lose points, if there's going to be a gap in after week 4 because there's going to be a national team break. The national team will have 2 matches, friendly matches and there won't be any matches, I believe, the second weekend until second weekend of September. So the teams will have some gel time with the new transfers. As far as looking at so far at the end of the week 3 and going into the week 4, there's a lot of hoopla on both of pretty much Besiktas, Fenerbahce, and Galatasaray teams. Even though Galatasaray is probably the best team right now with the good transfers, but somehow those transfers is not gelling yet, and new transfers are not playing yet fully. And also with Fenerbahce getting a lot of pressured by Fenerbahce fans because they don't like the current administration who's in charge with Fenerbahce. That is the same case with Besiktas also. A lot of the Besiktas fans don't like the current officials with Besiktas club. They think that they are doing nothing about getting new players. But I can tell you one thing. Besiktas has very studied players that played with Besiktas team from last season. Especially when you have a striker like Abu Bakar, I think that is your biggest weapon. But the fans are saying, we want another striker, another goal scorer in case Abu Bakar gets hurt. That is the same case pretty much if you look at Galatasaray too. What if Icardi gets hurt? And what will Galatasaray will do? And I tell you, Icardi, Dzeko from Fenerbahce, Icardi from Galatasaray, and Abu Bakar from Besiktas team. Those are the 3 big names that will be your goal scorers this season for the big teams. When we look at the Trabzonspor, we don't see that. When we look at Başakşehir really not doing anything. They have 0 point. And if we look at the other teams, really there isn't any powerful strikers in those teams. So I think the championship will be between, again, I say, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, and Besiktas. If Besiktas gels with the new comers into the team, I think Besiktas has a good team, good balanced team, because they have more experience playing together. Not like Galatasaray, because Galatasaray has a lot of new players that has not gelled with the team. So I know my time is coming up. Listen to my podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast. And I'll be back next Thursday again, talking about week 4. We'll give you more insights about the Europa Conference League for Besiktas and Fenerbahce. We'll talk about their groups too. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I want to hear from your fans. Drop a